All right, let's talk about it. That one single question that has probably kept all of us up at night at some point. Today, we're diving deep to finally get you some answers.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? Endlessly replaying every little interaction, every look, searching for some kind of clue, any sign at all. It's enough to make you feel like you're going a little bit crazy. Well, today the guesswork is over. Consider this your official field guide for attraction. We're going to break down 10 super clear signs, and trust me, you are going to want to stick around for that last one, because it is the biggest giveaway of them all.
Okay, so let's get our investigation started. We're going to begin with the first, most common clues out there. These are the kinds of things that are actually pretty easy to spot once you know what you're looking for.
It almost always starts with the eyes. It's this primal, totally involuntary thing we do. Our focus just naturally gravitates towards people and things we're interested in. It's a super fundamental sign.
But here's the real secret. It's not just that they're looking at you. The real tell is what happens when you catch them in the act. Do they quickly look away, almost like a deer in headlights? That little moment of panic? That's what you're looking for. It means they're not just glancing, they're invested.
All right, next clue. Think about this. Do they ever ask you a question they totally already know the answer to? Like, hey, what time is it? When they're holding their phone? Or they ask you about a homework assignment they could have asked literally anyone else about. See, it's not about the information. It's about finding any reason to talk to you.
Okay, this next one might feel a little backward, but stick with me here. You'd think someone who likes you would be all cool and confident, right? Well, a lot of the time, it's the total opposite. Having a major crush can basically short-circuit their brain and make them all nervous and awkward.
And this is where your detective skills really come in handy. Just observe the contrast. If they're the life of the party with their friends, loud, confident, but then around you, they get all quiet, fidgety, or can't seem to string a sentence together, that's not a coincidence. That means you have a major effect on them. Okay, so we're starting to build a case, right? Let's move on to the next level here. We're getting past those first gut reactions and looking for a real, consistent pattern. These next clues are the ones that show you're not just a passing thought, you're actually on their mind.
All right, think about it like this. Every single day, our brains are just flooded with information, and we forget almost all of it. So if someone is consistently remembering the teeny tiny, seemingly random things you say, well, it's because to them, those things aren't random at all.
Exactly. Did you mention offhand that you like some obscure band, and then weeks later they bring it up? Or they remember you don't like pickles on your burger? Come on, that's not just a good memory. That is someone who is paying very close attention because, to them, you matter.
Now, this one might sound a little obvious, but don't just brush it off. We're not talking about a polite little, hello, smile. I mean a real, genuine, lights up their entire face kind of smile. The one that just appears the second you walk into the room. Yeah, you could literally be the reason for that smile.
Okay, what about this? Have you ever mentioned you like a certain haircut and bam, the next week they have it? Or maybe they start puffing out their chest a bit, talking up their accomplishments whenever you're around. It's basically the human version of a peacock fanning its feathers. They're putting on a show, and you're the audience they care about.
All right, let's talk about a classic sign that goes way back to the playground. Playful teasing. And I know, it sounds a little childish, but it's actually a pretty sophisticated, low-risk way to show you're interested.
So why does it work? Well, it's a super safe way to create a little inside joke, a private world just between the two of you. It builds a connection without them having to come right out and say, hey, I like you. It's kind of like a secret code for I notice you.
All right, detectives, listen up. We've collected a ton of clues so far, but now we're getting to the big guns. These next signs are what take it from, maybe they're interested, to, okay, yeah, this is probably happening. Let's run through these because they are huge. Okay, number 8, they notice when you're not there. If you miss a day and they're the one asking, hey, where were you? That means you were missed. Simple as that. Then, number 9, they invest their time in you. Look, time is the one thing none of us can get back. If they're choosing to spend theirs on you, that is a massive deal. And all of this is leading up to the final, undeniable, biggest sign of all. Okay, this is it. The moment we have all been waiting for. Honestly, you could try to explain away all the other signs. They're just being nice, or they're just a friendly person. But this next one? There's no way. This is pretty much a slam dunk. Ready? The number one absolute biggest sign that your crush is into you is...
That's it. Their friends know who you are. I mean, think about it. Who do you talk to your friends about? The people and things that are important to you, right? So if you're a topic of conversation in their friend group, you're not just some random person. You're important.
So how do you spot this? It's easy. Watch their friends when you walk over. Do they suddenly get really quiet or start giggling? Do they give your crush a little nudge or a weird look? That little bit of awkwardness, that's your proof. They all know. And trust me, they are not very good at hiding it.
So, our investigation is complete. Let's lay out the final verdict. We've looked at everything, from the tiniest little glance all the way up to the massive, super obvious reactions from their entire friend group.
So, there you have it. You've got the evidence. Now, it is super important to remember these are strong indicators, not a 100% guarantee. But if you're sitting there checking off a whole bunch of these from the list, things are definitely looking good. The detective work is officially done.
And that leaves just one last thing. We've given you the playbook, we've shown you all the clues. Now the only question